Step right up and get your ticket for the ride in all the posters. No ride is more wicked than the bipolar roller coaster. First you go way up high, you're on top of it all, you're the king of the sky and you're never gonna fall. Before you know it, you're at the top thinking nothing will bring you down. Then you take a look over that drop and you know you'll lose your crown. The edge rushes to meet you, agonizingly slow. You close your eyes and try to be brave because inside you know this could be the fall into your grave. I don't remember actually ever being told that my father has bipolar disorder. Like, there was no sit-down conversation in which they told me I was filled with crappy genes. It's just kind of always been a fact of my life. Bipolar Roller Coaster by Nelson Scott, The Future by Neil Hilborn, The Mania Speaks by Jean Ann Verlee, and Definitive Choices by Caitlin Egan offer interesting perspectives on bipolar disorder and all that comes with it. The worst thing about being naked and then being hit by a car is that road rash is a problem for skin. Why was I naked in the middle of the road at noon? I'm glad you asked, imaginary other half of this conversation. I have no idea. Some characteristics of bipolar disorder include dissociation, hallucinations, and fugue states, so sometimes I wake up in places I didn't go to sleep. So there I am, nude, splayed out on a car like a slutty chicken, and I'm screaming about the government conspiracy to take away my feet. Not my real feet, just my brain feet. I'm about 6 inches away from the concrete when I realize, in slow motion, like the exact opposite of a rhinoceros attack, this is not how I imagined my life would turn out. When I was young, I broke both my ankles jumping off a roof because I was sure a cape would enable me to fly. My parents attributed this to my strong imagination. Last year, my therapist called it a delusion. I failed to see the difference. Also, I really can fly and see the future and make stupid people leave coffee shops with my mind. 43% of the time. Sometimes I even see people as colors. The point is, here's a list of things my brain has told me to do. Join a cult, start a cult, become a cabinet maker, break into and then paint other people's houses, fight people who are much fightier than me, like the cops, so in essence, kill myself. I think a lot about killing myself. Not like a point on a map, but rather like a glowing exit sign at a show that's never been quite bad enough to make me want to leave. See, when I'm up, I don't kill myself because holy crap, there is so much left to do. And when I'm down, I don't kill myself because then the sadness would be over. And the sadness is my old paint under the new. The sadness is the house fire or the broken shoulder. I'd still be me without it, but I'd be so boring. They keep telling me seeing things that aren't technically there is called disturbed cognitive functioning. I call it having a superpower. Once I pulled over on the 110 freeway and jumped out of my old Jeep because I saw it burst into flames 20 seconds before it actually burst into flames. I knew my girlfriend and I would be together because she turned bright pink the first time she saw me. I know tomorrow is going to come because I've seen it. Sunrise is going to come. All you have to do is wake up. The future has been at war, but it is coming home so soon. The future looks just like a child in a cape. The future is the map and the treasure. The future looks just like gravity. Everyone is slowly drifting towards everyone else. We are all going to be part of each other one day. The future is a blue sky and a full tank of gas. I saw the future. I did. And in it I was alive. You clumsy bootlegger, little daffodil. I watered you with an ocean and you plucked one little vein. Downed a couple of bottles of pills and got yourself carted off to the ER. I gifted you the will of gunpowder, a matchstick tongue, and all you managed was a shredded sweater and a police warning. You should be legend by now. Girl in orange jumpsuit, a headline. I built you from the purest napalm, fed you wine and bourbon, preened you in the dark, hammered lullabies into your thin skull. I painted over the walls, wrote the poems, I shook your boots. Now you want out? Think you'll wrestle me out of you with prescriptions. A good man's good love and some breathing exercises. You think I can't tame that? I always come home. Always. Ravenous, loaded. You know better than anyone. I'm bigger than God. I don't like not being able to use words. That's fine, I say. But when you choose words that cause hurt, don't expect me to cover the bruises with sweatshirts for your comfort. comfort, and you insist that the weather is bipolar. That's fine and dandy, but your excuse for limited vocabulary is scanty. I explain this is not the proper usage. You respond with Webster's dictionary. Unsure why you're stuck on being my adversary. Your definition's insisted, while my definition is the last one listed. I'm staring with teeth clenched and tight white knuckle fisted, wondering it is how you've missed it. The lump in my throat that shows that I'm pissed, and the faucets in my eyes ready to drip. And to me it's not a word you can just appropriate. And you've chosen convenience over my suffering. What is your right to label wishy-washy weather behavior? Brings foul connotation to my endless endeavor of navigating my neuroatyposes, walking tight and slacked ropes of loose diagnoses, misconceptions and misconnections, exasperated by ignorant blisses. And I'm trying to tell you that there is no bliss for me in the woefully unignorant. Relationships I've missed or will never have, because bipolar is only funny when it ain't your medical tag. And trying to pay rent when you wake up after a manic phase groggy and your savings is spent. It's not funny when your spine is bent from the depressed hours you laid in bed irreverent. It's not funny when the only thing that you can't lose is the adjective that you'd never choose. But despite the downs and ups, I've got a really lovely middle. And sometimes that piece of me feels, well, awfully little. And my little middle wants to be loud. But abusing those words leaves me lost. Like the clouds everyone curses away because no one is happy when the weather has a bipolar day. You don't like not being able to use words? That's fine, I say. I don't need a dictionary to tell me what your words say. Thank you.